to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ebro, Laura, Rosenberg. Laura's on assignment. We got the bro Freddie Gibbs back on the program celebrating his new album, Sold Separately.
Yes, yes. Triple S.
Yo, this is one of the best albums of the year, bro. I got this up there with my top albums right now.
Hey, to hear that from you is a great thing. I appreciate that. That's why we work hard to get Ebro to say it's top album. For you to say that, that's
well, and it delivers on a number of things that I look for in the album. You got storytelling, you got great music selection, there's some cohesiveness there. You also, you know, a lot of artists, they don't spend time they just sound the same on every record. And right. I think you've perfected the art of changing cadence a little bit better and not just, you know, a little bit, but different types of flows.
Right. You know what?
On many different songs.
To be honest, this like my my album that I had the most features on that I ever did. So like what I did with the features is, you know, I kind of let the other artists kind of set the tone, and then I just kind of just like picked up, you know, where I needed to pick up, because, you know, I didn't make it seem like we, you know, rapping against each other, nothing like that. I just was like, all right, let me let these guys make me feel comfortable in their world, and it worked out, you know.
And it's not just the rap features too.
Record, there's Anderson .Paak record, Dark Hearted. You ain't got no feature on that. That's one of my favorite records on the album.
Yeah, but you know, James Blake, you know, pushed me to make that record. You know what I mean? I had to do a whole new flow to even do that. So I was like, you know, that record really made me frustrated because I didn't know how to rap on it. But then once I figured it out, it was key.
How did the James Blake relationship come to be?
Oh man, that's my mate.
That's my mate.
That's my mate.
Y'all been cool for a minute.
Yeah, that's my dog. I love James Blake, man.
So how is it you have so many great relationships in the game, and then so many problems,
and yet already and so many terrible,
and so
ones
many
too.
problems? How walk us through how does this work? I mean, you're not supposed to get along with everybody. That's not the real world. But
right,
what's happening here, bro?
Don't nobody that's doing better than me got a problem with me. It's only people that's, you know, that's it. If you're doing great, and we both doing great, then we probably friends. But if you jealous, then, you know, you probably won't be my friend, and that's just life.
And you think most of your issues stem from people being jealous about you or towards you or some sort of hate?
Man. Of course, man. I get a lot of girls, you know. Yeah, you know, guys don't like that.
Look at his smile. Well, now, all right, now, real talk. Are any of the issues fixable? Is you and Jim Jones fixable? Is you and Benny the Butcher fixable?
I ain't got no issue with nobody. I leave street stuff in the streets. And, you know, that rap beef stuff is ghetto. I leave that in the streets, man.
So in your opinion, that stuff is not for the business. It's street stuff.
Not at all.
Look at his smile.
I know. It's Ebro, I interviewed him yesterday. I went through the same thing. It's hard to read where he is in this, but he's just said he leaves it in the streets. And also, you did say, Freddie, you said something interesting to me yesterday, though, that you said when you've had real issues before that ended up in the street. A lot of those things are things we never heard about because you
never heard. I didn't had crazy beef with guys. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that went way too far that shouldn't even went there. But you never hear about it because, you know, it's they
not
kept
tied
it
to the music.
No, they kept it gangster. I kept it gangster. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that matter, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we doing this to feed our family, man. And, you know, I'd be damned if I let, you know, some like ghetto rappers mess up my check. I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, the streets will handle the streets, you know, and the industry will handle the industry.
Now, be honest, though, because people were very excited about, and look, everybody don't get along. It's a lot of people don't like me, so this ain't even about that. You ain't supposed to get along with everybody.
Right.
But there are certain situations like where, you know, like you and Benny, the prospect of y'all doing more work together had many of us very excited because people like y'all musically. Now, personalities and whatever happened aside, is there a piece of you as an artist, as a creator, that was hoping that didn't go left?
Nah. You heard my album. Did it have anybody else? It just didn't have him on it, you know? That's all. No. So no.
Do you now Now, but you do say on this album, though, when you think about you and Jeezy's relationship, that you learn from that, and that where things are now with you and Jeezy. I think the quote was
don't compare.
I think you even said you was wrong at the time.
But you can't compare the two situations, my brother. No.
I'm not comparing them at all. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying as we grow as human beings and learn, and you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
You do even reconcile that on this album.
Yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? But I've been a point in my life, I live how I'm gonna live, and I'm older. I'm setting my ways, so no, I ain't reconciling nothing.
Yeah. I will tell you, as somebody who's older, when you get 10 years removed from some of these situations, you always look on them and you're like, yo, it is what it is when it was what it was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you do get to a point where you think about how something could have been more positive. Look, I think about interviews that I've done where I'm like, yo, that's not what I wanted. That's not even what I wanted. I mean, that's the way it went, though.
The thing with like people like, I don't even like talking about it, but the thing with Jeezy is like, that was somebody that I looked up to, that I clearly messed up, that kind of thing, with my it was a business disagreement. It wasn't like no like street stuff. Me and Jeezy ain't had no street stuff.
Nothing.
It ain't like that. So it's like I said, those situations is totally different. You know what I'm saying? So I felt compelled to, speak on that and go there with it, because we didn't, we both men, and we ain't had it wasn't no real issue,
Do you how many new fans have become, because you become a Twitter thing, you're a
he's a thing. Now there's something happening.
You're an antagonist of sorts on social media.
Okay.
How has that benefited the business overall?
I barely got social media, man, and and I got one of the top albums in the country, so I'm not even mad. I'm barely on Instagram. I be on Twitter just to look at girls, so I don't care about the social media. I don't really care about the social media aspect at all, as long as I'm making music that's great. I feel like a lot of these guys ain't great artists no more. They just social media stars. So I ain't trying to be a social media star, man. I'm trying to be, a respected rap artist and the top R&B singer,
So you're not a sit around, check your mentions, see what people had to say about your album kind of cat.
Nah, y'all lucky I had my iPhone on today to do this interview, because I got a flip phone. I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I respect you, bro. I didn't know that.
Yo, Fred, thank you, man. We appreciate your efforts to make this virtual conversation take place.
I appreciate that you have a flip phone, because that's a great way to shut up.
And I also respect that you only showing yourself from the neck up, because it's hard for me to interview a grown man with his nipples out. I'm glad you only showing yourself from the neck up.
The neck down. So this is what you get, man. You know what I'm saying? And now we turn on OnlyFans, you could get something else.
Is that true?
No, I'm good.
I might start on OnlyFans. It might jump off.
By the way, that would be hilarious.
I heard of some rappers that got one, and they be like doing nasty stuff on that, and that's horrible, brother. That means your music is really good. No more.
Now Fred, how do you? Let's talk Alfredo and Soul separately. Two amazing albums in your discography.
I was with Alchemist.
What'd you say? You was with Al again last night?
I was with Alchemist last night. Shout out to Alchemist.
You went by Kith, or you saw him after that? I'm not Kith. Where did they have it? Him and Rock had sold merch pop up.
No, I saw him in another location where people ain't supposed to be at, but I seen him.
Are y'all going back in?
I don't know. I got a lot of movies I gotta shoot this year, man. I don't know if I even got time to do an album. To be honest.
I was gonna ask you about you and 50 doing business, you and 50 Cent.
Oh, that was a great thing. Shout out to 50 Cent for putting me on last season of Force. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? But I got a whole lot of other stuff going on too. You know what I mean? But shout out to 50 for giving me that opportunity. That was love.
Are you taking acting classes? You seem like the type that when you lean into a craft, do you take it serious?
Yeah, I got a coach. I got an acting coach. She cute too.
Yeah. Oh. Now, you see?
Big thespian vibes.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to holler at the acting coach, B.
We got to practice.
Let's see.
I got to be right.
Soul sold separately. On this album too. Which song is it that you channel Bone Thugs on?
Wow, what song didn't I channel Bone Thugs on? I honestly channeled Bone.
There's one that you basically
the one with you talking about Pain and Strife with Offset, but I
that one.
I probably use Bone Thugs flow on the K Tronada song and that song for sure. Like I'm always like using Sabar or something from there. Shout out to Bone Thugs, shout out to Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, Wishbone, Flesh Bone. Hey man, that's one of the greatest groups of all time. Probably the greatest like 4-man rap group of all time, 5-man rap group.
And definitely groundbreaking. Like,
definitely,
definitely. Sonically, like I mean, there was nothing like it when it happened.
Nothing. It set the Midwest apart when they came out. They really did their thing. Guys like them.
I have to imagine that was ringing in Indiana.
Oh yeah, ringing. Twister, Do or Die, Bone Thugs, 3 6 Mafia. You know what I mean? That's what we bumped. You know.
Freddie Gibbs, a new project, Soul sold separately. Before we let you go, why did you name it that?
Because man, life's a gamble, man. You know what I mean? And I did a song with Black Thought and Most Def, and then like my last line was like drugs for the free, sold separately. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna name my album that. Really, that's what happened.
That's it.
The light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, all right, it got a deeper meaning to it. And that's how I came to the casino theme and all of that type of stuff, man. I just wanted to give y'all a real rollout, a real experience, and not just, give y'all just a playlist of songs that I like,
And getting Scarface on the bonus track on the album, I was very excited for that. Shout out to Scarface, an amazing record.
He sounds great.
How did you go about getting that done?
Oh man, Brad is that's like a father figure to me, a big brother, uncle. When the album came out, he forgot he was on the album. He's like, I'm on your album. I was like, yeah. Oh, Face is, like I said, that's one of those great relationships that I got, man, that I cherish, and because he was the first voice. Him and Too Short was the first voices I ever heard on a rap song. So so me to rap with him, this late in my career and still be, him still being that sharp and me still being sharp. It's a beautiful thing, man. It show you that rappers don't ever gotta fall off. We could really Elton John this thing, you know what I mean, and be rapping till we 90 if we really want to,
Would you want to do that, or would at some point you want to go full acting, not making music?
I'm never not gonna make music. Am I always gonna make albums? I don't know. I'm always gonna jump on people's songs, do a feature here and there. I'm always gonna be involved in music in some capacity, with my acting career going where it's going now. Do I have time to sit down and make an album? Maybe not. I gotta find time for that. But and it's all good though. Either way it go, man. The checks is rolling in. I hate that.
Listen, there's something to be said for how I think too, your career trajectory has gone too, right? Where you from the beginning as an independent artist, and then we spoke previously about you can, almost doing a deal with Jeezy and how that panned out to where it is today. When you look back on your career trajectory and how you kind of maintained your respect in the game, music making ability, and just didn't chase sounds and didn't chase other trendy things, you have to be pretty proud of it.
You got to stay down till you come up, man. I feel like I really, it took a minute, and I think that 99.9% of artists wouldn't have taken my career path if you laid it out in front of them. But it was worth it, man. I Frank Sinatra this thing. I did it my way, and I'm proud of myself. You know what I mean? Because I'm still here. I know a lot of guys that, I stood next to a lot of guys that fizzled out in a year. You know what I mean?
Quick. So we talked about your freshman 10. Like it's not easy for everyone, man. Great artists. It's not even like just whack artists don't make it. Great artists don't make it.
Yeah, great artists don't make it, man. So you got to be, you got to be extra great to be in the rap game, man, for a long time.
Are you bringing back classic ESGN merch?
Yeah, definitely. About to do that.
I need ESGN merch back out.
I got you. Y'all got that. We about to revamp that. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of new stuff I'm about to roll out. A whole lot of old stuff we're gonna bring back, nostalgia. So it's like I said, man, it's crazy because I'm at a point in my career where it's like I feel like a new artist, but I'm a veteran. You know what I'm saying? So you know, everything's lovely, man. I'm at, you know, I'm at a good point. Plus, I'm young. I got the energy. You know what I mean? My kids ain't old. My kids little, so they keep me young. So it's love. I know guys my age got kids about to graduate, and he like, man, my son. I'm like, your son grown. I'm like, man, my son 3 or 4.
Yo, I got dudes my age that's got grandkids, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I'm
wild.
Late bloomer, man. I ain't started having kids till, you know, recently, so it's all good.
Yo, in the rap game, that's unique in the rap game.
It is unique. Well, I probably did, but you know, they somewhere and they taken care of. So
you'll find them.
They would have came and found you for that check.
Well, they probably gonna find me after this album, and that's fine. That's cool.
You'll welcome them in.
Yeah, I welcome them. It's a big family, man. Hey, man.
As long as it don't cost too much. As long as y'all ain't too needy, it don't cost too much. You good.
I tell the women it takes a village to raise these kids, so be a part of it.
There you go. There you go. He ain't going. Don't worry, guys. He's not going full Nick Cannon. He ain't that crazy.
No. Nick Cannon. Hey, Nick, I applaud you, baby. You can have it. Hey, look, I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, Nick make me want to go get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play with all Nick kids. I'm gonna be uncle.
If you really feel the need to play with kids, you go borrow some of Nick's.
If I'm having baby fever, I'm going over Nick Cannon house, and I'm gonna remind myself. I don't need it.
Well said.
Yo, let's play this Dark Hearted joint. And what else should we play off the album right now? What you think about today?
Man, I think you should play this joint with Offset, Pain and Strife, man. That's one of my favorite joints, man. Shout out to Offset. Appreciate you, man, for real, dog.
Big up Offset. Yo, Freddie Gibbs, sold separately. Go get the album. Fred, I see you, man. Love.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for having me, man.
Of course, man. Keep pushing, bro.
All right, I'm about to get back.
Go find a shirt.
About to get back on my flip phone, man.